Welcome back to Jujutsu Kaisen, anime review, episode number 27. We are here reviewing the last two episodes of season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, the Shibuya incident, which the episodes are Metamorphosis, or Transformation Part 2, and Shibuya Incident Gate Close. Yep, we officially are done with the season. I'll give my final thoughts later. I'll probably get to it maybe this video or next video. Depends on how I feel. So, these two episodes pretty much finish up adapting civilians, no problem there. And they go through a little bit of the very next arc, which is Dori's execution, where the full chapters are mostly put just chapters 134 to 137. These four chapters are fully adapted. For 133 is actually pages 3 to 19. They also have pages 13 and 14 of 138, and that's actually for the end of the episode, by the way. And the last few pages, the end of the episode from the first few pages of 139. The 2 pages from 138 are adapted also for the end of the episode. Though this episode does have a debut in series of a character who appeared in the movie, which I might actually get this point because the season is over. I should probably go ahead and review that when I get a chance. Maybe tomorrow or at some point I should probably review the movie for Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. I'll probably get a chance to watch it tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do because the season's over. Should probably go ahead and watch it. That's the only thing I'll have to watch right now anyways. So what happens over the course of 2 episodes? Well, mostly put, basically, we have where each story is fighting against the fake Goto. Yes. And by the way, we also see Panda retrieving the guy who just was the swordsman, who apparently didn't want to be here at all. And because of the stuff that... And of course, Panda points out, though, Sukuna did this, not Yuta. But he's like, yeah, Yuta did this, I'm going to basically recommend for his execution. Like, really? You didn't know he was possessed by Sukuna. Yeah, this guy is a complete idiot. I'm glad the fact Panda is still written to be a good character. I like Panda. Like, he showed up late. I think he showed up like halfway through season 1. And he's been an absolute great character. Kyle Herbert has done an excellent job voicing his character. And I believe it's like one of only 2 characters I can think of he has voiced. Well, they're not human. Yes. Well, in the case of Panda, it's, well, even though he's called Panda, he's technically not Panda. He's basically some Panda corpse. But yeah, not human character. The only non-human character he's voiced I can think of is Sullivan. From Walking Davis American, which I really wish that series would have a season 2 because that series is so good. Like, the manga is really good too. So, and then pretty much, you probably think, now here's something I found interesting though. Megumin is not in the last 2 episodes. Is he dead? Oh no, he's not dead. He just defeated his father, just killed himself, and then he just stopped appearing. In the arc, there's really no reason why he did not die. He just, well, just stopped appearing. I'll get to more basically what happened with this arc later. So, then you have Yuta. By the way, also, Toto is not in the episodes. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. Was it cut from the manga? No, he just simply is not here. And here's the weird thing, though. He's not dead. Yeah, Toto is not dead. He just lost a hand in the last episode. So my hero basically gets absorbed by the fake Goto and unleashes a bunch of power on Yuta. And, of course, other Jutsu sorcerers show up. And they try to take him out. Of course, Sukuna's servant basically comes and tries to freeze away, except for Yuta, because Yuta's Sukuna's host. But really good sequence here. And one of the sorcerers is a witch. Well, she rides a broom with basically an actual fire lantern underneath it, which I thought was really cool. And also the cursed spirit, who's Yuta's brother, he comes in. He was like, oh yeah, Yuta's my little brother. The reason why he's able to figure this out because of his technique. Because apparently the blood is so similar. And he also reveals the fake Goto's real name. Yeah, by the way, fake Goto's real name. Well, one of his aliases he assumed is Naroshi Kamo. Yep. Yeah. He is in that. It's oh yeah. That's one of my names. God, he's like, come wherever you want. Yep. Yeah. And then like, oh. And then like he's about to eliminate everybody thanks to being frozen. And then out of nowhere, Yuka Tosumiko, a woman who's been absent the entire story arc, just randomly shows up. I'm not kidding about that. She just shows up toward the very end of this arc. Like, what? Yeah. A woman who's been absent the entire story arc. Like, no one had seen her the entire story arc. I mean, she was last seen in the main series pretty much with the final episode of the previous arc of the series. Yeah, and of course, we'll have a conversation with him. Of course, like, oh yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, there's also something with Mei Mei as well because of all her thing is like, oh, she's in bed with her brother. She's butt naked. Yeah, she's butt naked, and no, she's not basically do inappropriate stuff with her little brother. She probably just likes sleeping naked. So what? Like, ooh, too scandalous. And then she puts on her robe because she's a phone call from some associate first. Like, yeah, why don't you just sell everything from Japan? Because basically Japan's going downhill because of all this stuff in Shibuya. So she's moving for any stuff going on in Shibuya. Yep. Yeah, after this is pretty much, this is like a very brief scene, but it was great to see Mei Mei. She's a great character. I at least appreciate, though, she's not smoking. Yeah, not smoking. And she's really hot. Yes, she is. She's really hot. Yep. Now does she, after the scene, just take off her robe, hide back out with their brother? I'm presuming that, but they don't really show it at all. She's just in a hotel room with him. So, yeah, and so fake Goto decides to unleash 10 million cursed spirits at once. He also unleashes a release technique that unleashes a member of the Fukujima clan where he was asleep and he's woken up, and then someone else is basically breaking his wicked fingers, so he used curse techniques. And also all the pacts he basically forged over the course of 1,000 years with people and objects are coming to fruition here. So it's like, for his perspective, oh yeah, everything has basically been planned from the beginning. And he's like, oh, I didn't cut corners my plan. He basically thought it out very carefully to every last detail. And yeah, and then he proceeds to leave with Goto still in the prison realm. And then, like, he leaves, and then the scene goes black, and you're thinking, what the heck happened to the sorcerers? Well, Yukida's briefly seen at the end of the final episode where she's basically talking to her spirit about the fact she's on a particular side, not side Jujutsu High. And there's also a thing all about her about somehow that Japan is basically monopolizing Jujutsu sorcery, that it should be spread across the world. And Gato is like, that sounds interesting, but I'm not interested at all. It's almost like he's agreeing with her on that part, but that's not his plan. He has no desire for that at all, but that he probably does agree with that point, the fact that Japan is monopolizing the whole entire the cursed spirit energy stuff. There's not really good dialogue here. I'm just basically mentioning here and there, but just two really damn good episodes. And then we have the in-series debut of a character of a character who's only seen in just the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie. A man by the name of Yuta Okisu, who was the protagonist of the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero manga and the movie. This is his first main series debut. And if you're curious, who is the voice of this character in English dub? A woman by the name of Kaylee McGee. Yep, who I believe reprises the character from the main series. As far as I can tell, this particular voice actress, I've only heard her roughly about four times prior to this one. Oh yeah, she's the voice of Mathis, the lead character from The Strongest Sage Weakest Crest, Bat from Detective Already Did, Kiku from One Piece, and JoJo Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean for a couple minor characters, and that's pretty much it. It's nice that she managed to reprise the role for the series, which is cool. Yeah, so we first see him where he saves a young teenage girl from being consumed by a angelfish-like creature, cursed spirit, who's trying to have her come inside of her, well, basically eat her, but saves her. And she's basically just eating food out of an abandoned convenience store. And apparently she can see cursed spirits. It's like, don't go to your head. And now you're probably thinking, does he basically, like, kill her? I mean, it's probably a character that looks similar to her, but they don't identify who this girl is. She just randomly is eating something, and then, like, right after this, basically, he's meeting with the higher-ups. It's like, he'll kill Yuta, and the idiots in charge lay down their verdict. Satoru Gato is, of course, somehow alive, and his death sentence is resumed. The principal Jujutsu Kaisen High is ordered to be executed, and basically charged an associate to the Shibuya incident, despite the fact he wasn't even freaking there. Yuta, charged an associate. His execution is basically, his suspension of his sentence is lifted, and he's ordered to be executed immediately. And Gato, deemed an associate to the Shibuya incident, despite the fact he's not the one instigated it. That was Gato. Man, these guys really are in a room here. Yeah, the thing is, the way Jujutsu Kaisen, the writer writes Jujutsu Kaisen higher-ups, is that they're all complete buffoons. And they're all a bunch of, like, really, really old guys who do not understand anything. They only care about, oh, it's our way or the highway. We don't give a damn about you. They're so stuck up in their old freaking ways. And this is probably the writer of the series basically poking fun of some people in Japanese society who are like this. Who are basically that because they're old, they think they're right. Or something like that anyway. So people with higher-ups who in power for just way too long, and they think they have the right to judge people. Just because they've not had much association of political power as much as anybody else. This could be what the writer is doing. I'm not sure. I, of course, am any writer of the Japanese manga. It's me spitballing this, okay? So, yeah. They'll handle all these sentences in just one episode. Which I'm like, really? And by the way, this happens at the end of chapter 136, all these sentences handed down. Oh yeah, by the way, the fake Gato is all about enacting a new golden age, which I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the full sorcerer list involving the final battle is Yuta, Noshuri Kamino, Momo Nishimuya, Panda, Mei Zenin. Mei Zenin is the jerk girl, which I'm not going to get to happen to her in Goliath. Kasumi Moaya, Aso. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing these names, but I'm just basically pronouncing the best I can here. Asu Kasobi, Choso. Choso is basically the is really Yuta's brother. Mm-hmm. Asakabi is the well, he's the swordsman basically who says it should not be there. Komo is the guy in the Komodo. Momo is the girl who's basically look like a witch girl. Yeah, a witch. And this all stems from the Shibuya incident. Yep. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is basically the list of things. Kaito officially haven't survived and been sentenced to death. They kind of changed it in the anime. Kaito's even been accomplished to be a civilian and is permanently exiled, unsealing him because of coming back, which is stupid. And that's actually sets up the calling game. Due to relations to Satoru and Geidro, Masuma Yoga is sentenced to death. They're starting the civilian. A guy who wasn't freaking there. Suspension on Yuya Dori's execution is lifted and hereby sentenced immediately. Special case sorcerer Yuta also is appointed as Yuya's executioner. Yeah, that's basically what we get here in the aftermath. Yeah, and they also show that they also had to evacuate, like, pretty much all. Tokyo pretty much virtually been abandoned by the end of this story arc. Mm-hmm. Yes, but damn good 2 episodes. Loved it. Now, my final thoughts on this season of Jujutsu Kaisen. We had roughly 2 story arcs happening. Like last season, we went through about 6 of them per se. Yeah. That's the thing with the first season. Like, they went through, like, a whole bunch of story arcs. Excuse me. They went through about 5 story arcs over the course of one season. The first season, actually, it started with a Fusa Womb arc. And that was covered in the first 8 episodes. First, Mahito, that was 5, 9 and 13. Kaito Goodwill event arc, that was covered in 8 episodes, and the arc itself was 23 chapters. Like, here's the thing. The opening story was only, 18 chapters. Yeah, that was just the first 18 chapters. Yeah. Now, technically the last story arc they adapted for season 1 was the Dead Painting story arc. Yep, a story arc that was covered in, technically in the last 4 episodes. Yep, the last 4 episodes. Though they pretty much they concluded this arc with I think like the 5th episode of the season. And then pretty much basically like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, more like the 6th episode because they kind of started up with the Shibuya the very same episode. And then we have Gato's Pass, which we started off the season with this very arc. Arc that was really, really short. It basically aired, of course, like a month. Yeah. And the next episode, 30. And you're probably thinking, what about 31? 31 came out like not long after that. And 18 episodes. And this was a 58 chapter arc. Yes, 58 chapters. As of currently, Shibuya Instant, this arc for the anime is the longest arc of the whole entire series so far. Why? 8 episodes for the opening story arc. Second one, 5. Third, 8. Yeah, third was 8. Death Painting was 3. Well, technically was 4, but 3 technically. So they covered, in a way, they covered 4 story arcs in just season 1. This season only technically covered 2, but like 1 chapter was skipped over from the 5th arc. And they did kind of start adapting Itadori's extermination arc. And despite yes, they did kind of start doing this one already, with a limitation of basically chapters 137 138. Excuse me. Now, my guess is that because the fact they confirmed a season 3 for the show, that they're probably going to start with Itadori's extermination. They'll probably start with this first because it's doing Culling Game. And then Perfect Preparation, which this is probably necessary. Mainly because basically it's buoyancy. And this was also the most recent arc of the series. Yeah. Before the arc they're releasing right now in the manga, this was the most recent arc. And after this one is the current arc they're adapting right now. Actually, the work that's running right now called Sakitsu Showdown, which is 26 chapters plus. Started with chapter 222, and the most recent chapter was 247. A chapter came out a week ago. Yes. But, am I looking forward to Culling Game? Yes. How long do you think it'd be? Well, if I would take a guess based on how many chapters are here, I think in the case of the first arc, that's probably adapting the first 4 episodes. At least about 3 or 4 episodes at least. Yes. And then Perfect Preparation. This one probably be about the same amount. About I'd say about 5. I think 5. My guess is about 6, 7, but I think the one arc taking the most episodes will be Culling Game. This will be a lot because this is 63 chapters. Now, how can you adapt 63 episodes? Now, it can't be 5 episodes. You cannot do this arc in 5 episodes. If you can do 5 episodes, they have to be 45 minutes. Because the 24-minute limit is basically not going to work for this arc. You can't do 5 episodes. That's completely out of the question. For this arc, it's got to be as long as Shibuya Instant, which is 18 episodes, or it has to be 21. Yes. Either 18 or 21 episodes. That is how much you need to adapt this one story arc. And have the first quarter of the season go through 2 story arcs that are small in this one, that just take up basically for manga form like about 2 volumes a piece. So you can easily cover these ones, just a handful of episodes. But this arc, it has to be like almost like a full season for this one. Like Shibuya Instant. It's good. Very good. But I would not recommend basically sitting down eating food watching because it's Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe awesome series, but it's gory. Yep, so we're going to end it here and basically go on to Girlfriend next, okay? So, bye.